say cooning.
Yeah, man. Like, obviously, Dr. Umar Johnson, we was talking about that subject. Like, I wanted to say, like, with the FDMG Academy, yeah? Obviously, you've seen everything that's been going on with the FDMG Academy. Basically, Dr. Umar Johnson is looking to build an academy for, like, youth in the area and everything like that. But there's a lot of, like, things going on online where people are saying that, oh, it's, like, for disingenuous reasons, and he's, like, getting people to donate and is going to his pockets and things like that.
The most requested black scholar on the bro. Umar Johnson.
Dr. Umar Johnson? Are you serious?
His intro.
He's yeah.
He's intro.
He's a comedian, man. He's a real comedian.
No, you know what though? I think he's been basically he's making progress with it, but I think it's not happening fast enough because people have put money into it. People have made donations. I don't know what's going on, but he's saying obviously the government are trying to like block him. You get me?
Yeah. Planning permissions.
And
you know, planning permissions.
So, but I think that the plans will also change in it along the way and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
You know, because obviously they're trying to stop him right there. You get me? So he's making some progress of it, innit? Yeah. But obviously people that put money in, you know, and obviously like figures in the black community. With podcasts like Lord Jamar.
Yeah.
I had him on there, innit? You know, and he was talking about this guy who started off all black school, innit? In New York, and he used him as an example.
Yeah,
you know, and it was like I think you can adopt the same model. You get me? And he was just defensive.
He wasn't having it. Why did he get so defensive about it when people try to give him pointers like on what he's trying to accomplish? You just know. You just know.
LeBron James. He was like.
You just know. You just know for a fact. You just know for a fact. Like Dr. Umar Johnson, like he's looking to be the principal, the head teacher. He's looking to be on the board of trustees. He's looking to be the janitor, the lunch lady, and all of that. And like, no one can tell him nothing. Like he's gonna have no hierarchy. He's gonna be the man out here in that school, man. You making sure.
When they ask him about the money,
the way he gets so defensive,
he gets even more defensive when then he explodes. when he's getting interviewed and they ask him about the monies.
What was it, Breakfast Club? The monies. Yeah, when they ask him about the money, he got on the super defensive. He was not having it. He was not having it at all.
I haven't even seen that one, you know.
You haven't seen the versions? Oh, you need to.
No, he's like there, isn't it? But is this like the latest one, yeah?
Yeah, the latest one.
Don't. You're gonna make me watch that after.
Every time they bring that up, man. They're not letting him go without it. They're not letting him go without asking about that.
Oh, right. When, bro, I'm all the way over here, bruv, in London, bruv, watching this guy, and I've been following this guy for a few years now, like, and to think, like, in America, people actually believe in people like him, and he's got a following.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna lie, he's obviously he's good out there, innit? To a degree for African Americans, innit?
Yeah.
There's no doubt, innit? But all of a sudden now,
even from conversational pieces that he has, like I think he puts a lot of good. He has a lot of good conversations that need to be heard out there as well. Yeah. And then put in like a mirror almost to our own society and seeing like what's wrong with us and things like that.
Yeah.
We kind of need to work on together.
Yeah.
And things.
But obviously,
then there's another angle, the social media angle.
No, like it's 100%. Yeah. But these guys in like even Rizza Islam, he's another. Obviously he's from the Nation of Islam, but he's now prominent in like the urban and the hip hop scene in America now. As someone that's educated, and what I'm trying to say, him and Umar Johnson, they talk a lot about the government and what the government exposed government and how they're oppressing, especially black people. You get me?
Yeah.
So that's when obviously they're gonna start creating enemies now. So and get like tarnished, get their names tarnished, and they're gonna get demonized, get vilified, because there's that side to it. But also, one thing, like if you're objective about the whole thing, is it's also social media is a medium, it's a platform for them now to get their message across.
Yeah.
You
So it's
know?
almost like two-faced in a way where it's like, all right, so I know that if
That's how I see
play into it
Yeah.
in this way on social media, I can, I'm gonna have more reach, and then the message comes in on the other side of it.
Because now
you're
a business now. You're like your platform now. You got the followers. You know, every time you're going on live, and Tariq Nasheed as well, another one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're like, I'm just being objective, innit? Obviously, we know these men make me laugh, innit? They make us laugh, innit? Yeah. But obviously, like on the other hand, they are knowledgeable people, innit? They are sharp and capable black individuals, innit?
That's undeniable. Like,
but all I see is ego. That's all I see is ego. Like when they first come into the scene, they sell it to you, innit? They obviously in America especially, obviously the legacy of racism and slavery is different compared to here, innit?
Yeah.
But so obviously people are are more rallied up.
Yeah.
Black people are more rallied up when it comes
where
to
their backs against the wall.
Right, when it comes when it comes to racism and fighting racism, and people that seem like they're gonna take black people forward. But then they turn into online personalities, and I see them start arguing with other African Americans that are doing the same things that they're doing. You men are all calling each other coons. You know what I'm saying? So from a distance, who are like man all look like coons.
You almost don't know what to make of it, because it is like, you're clearly like a highly intelligent individual. Like obviously heard mad conversations with them.
Yeah.
Just their way of thought is good, and then also just highly knowledgeable on subjects as well. So it's like you see that, and then on the other hand, it's like, all right, so you're playing into this whole social media thing. Is it because this is your play? Like, are you trying to like then get the more reach and things like that, or on the other hand, is it like all going to your head in a way? Because cause that's also a possibility too. So it's like you don't
most
really know
requested black scholar. Whoa! What's this? Whoa! This
who formalizes that one there? Like,
brother, this. Whoa!
Nah,
you get me?
It's funny though. It's too funny, bro. They crack me up like that.
Wow,
I can't. That's one thing that I'll give to them. They're entertaining, man. They're entertaining.
But they're leading a lot of people astray. And they're exploiting.
Let's
exploiting people, bro.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Fact, yeah. I think this is a problem across social media in a whole. Like,
it's a smart people. It shows you the ignorance of people or humans. How you know what I'm saying? Ego and how much ego can be your downfall, bruv.
It's that, but there's also a lot of opportunity. I mean, we know, like, we both come across loads of opportunities in this life. Like, that there's mad opportunities. So that doesn't halt on social media. There's loads of people that are just opportunists.
Yeah.
There's loads of people that get like hate on, or recently Tory Lanez, like, he's been getting a lot of issues with online about he's recently done the NFTs for his album. Basically, he sold like NFTs. It's like they can digitalize your album, and then it's put on blockchain, so it has an individual link to it, so it can't be replicated, basically. So say if you drop the album and then you dropped it as an NFT, people can buy copies of the album, but they're on blockchain, so it's like it can't be replicated. And then if they wanted to resell it, they can resell it as well in that particular album, and there's a limited amount of copies available. And so he sold 1 million at $1, and he made $1 million off of it. Like, all of them sold out, and then now people are going online and they're reselling them as NFTs. And so he's come online and said basically, they're all sold out and everything like that. Made him mad, like a post about it and everything. Gassed up, he sold the whole 1 million. He's obviously sold 1 million copies of the NFT.
The one who's in his yard, and he started.
Yeah, and he's going crazy. And then now he's done another one where it's saying that, like, now people. His whole thing was, buy my NFT, and you can make profit from it, because you can resell it, and it's going to go up. He's
hustling people. This guy's moving like some.
And then so now, listen to this now. So it's put online where people have brought them, and now they can resell them. He's done another video saying, they're being sold at 60,000, they're being sold at 100,000. People are selling them at this amount.
It's right now the lowest, I think the lowest copy right now is going for 30,000. The lowest you can sell it for. Imagine a nigga who bought 5. Imagine a nigga who spent $5. Imagine a nigga who really spent $5, man. He can make 500,000 selling them for 100,000 right now, and are buying it. Have you ever sold an album for 100,000?
You go online and you go onto the website where it's actually like showing the NFTs that are being sold. It shows as like, because obviously the album itself is sold out, so you can't buy that particular NFT, but you can. The resale market is still live and people can still buy things. Yeah. And so there was people are listing them for like 60,000, but they're not actually being sold. Like no one's buying them. They're not buying them for 60,000 because everyone has the same album and the same link. So you can put it up for $2 if you wanted to. You could put it up for $1 if you wanted to, and people are putting it up for like $2 or $1 and things like that. But they're still not being sold. So, of course. But like it's like what's being put out on social media is that like people have been making, 7,000 like 70 like they're making mad money off of the NFTs that they brought, but really like people aren't making money from it. And so a lot of people are upset about that. And
it sounds like a scam, bro.
But this is the thing with the social media aspect. It's like people don't really look into it like that.
Digital scam, like
bro.
Like loopholes, like
it's a loop. Bro, it's a loop.
So people, I don't think he's not coming up with it. There's people behind him. Bro.
Even I think it's
that are behind him that are advising.
I think it's a partnership that he's gone into to like go into this.
Again, he's the face of it.
Of course, yeah. And you have a choice. You have a choice at the end of the day.
He's selling his celebrity, and he's obviously at the top of his game right now. But he's getting advised, bro. There's people. He's not coming up with this himself.
And you have a choice in yourself as well. Did you get that though? On the other side of it as well, like it's no different from say like the whole cryptocurrency thing where people are getting their fans or the people that follow or the followers to invest in this new cryptocurrency. We're gonna send it skyrocketing and everything like that. Little do they know they've already brought X amount in the cryptocurrency, so they're waiting for people to buy it, and then they're gonna sell out, and then people lose money off the back of it. So and it's just like you don't care. It's like bad business practice with like it's just you don't give a fuck about like your following at all. And so like you're getting a whole lot of that. People out there that just do not have any type of gauge of people's characteristics and personalities. It's just reality, like bro. You see one thing, but then you can't pick up on you don't pick up on certain things. You might look at a post and then look at the comments, and then the comments say certain things, so that might skew your mind to like follow what the comments say more than what you actually what vibe you get from certain things. And it's like
definitely.
For me personally, like one good example of it is the whole Fresh and Fit podcast, because from the beginning when they came out, I saw it and I was like, all right, these guys are moving like, all right, we're alpha, this is the way that you need to move. The first actual video I saw was one alpha of the guys. Boys. I don't know what their names are, but there's one of them. He did a video on how you should not approach girls, but the way that you should deal with girls. And he was saying some mad things, and I was thinking, obviously this is a joke, like this isn't serious. Like,
when a girl tells you, hey, let's rain check or reschedule, you simply respond, hey, that's cool, but I'm not really a fan of flaky girls. If we go out, you're going to pay for drinks or dinner or whatever plan you guys had. Because the reality is this, with women, when they give you undesirable behavior, you need to punish it immediately.
Who trains these clowns?
It's, bro, and then the way that his just...
Tell me.
The way he was talking about how you deal with them, and I was just like, this is not like, I don't know. There's no way he applies this to his own life. There's no way he does well with girls. And there's no way he applies, if he does well with girls, he's not doing what he's talking about right now. And it's like, but then people like, they've been blown up. Like they've got their own podcast. Like they're doing loads of things now and they have a crazy following. And there's people that really buy their course, and there's people that really do their training programs, and there's people that really are putting money into it because they think that these guys are really going to level them up to the next level.
Users.
This is the thing. It's a whole beta group. Like it's the whole.
Yeah.
There's this whole alpha v beta thing going on at the moment where it's like
fake it till you make it, bro.
People want to be alpha. Like guys want to be so alpha, bro. It's like they want to be so, bro. They're trying to push it so much.
Alpha male strategies.
Yeah,
in America, yeah. Sometimes randomly you'll just end up on like someone's video and you're just you're like, oh, you just end up on it. Mm-hmm. Watch it. Like you watch most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying all the right things, but he's talking about something comparing like LeBron James to fucking who's the one that died in a helicopter crash?
Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah.
And talking about how Kobe's not a natural athlete. He's comparing them, but obviously he's comparing two greats, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's talking about Kobe wasn't no pussy. Like, you could have just come over and slap his girl's ass and he won't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? He's comparing him. He used to play ball as well, wasn't it? He's comparing it, roughly around the same age or whatever.
Yeah.
Talking like he knows this guy.
Yeah.
The way he's got all the talk, all that. He's saying all the right things.
This is what
like
sells.
he was like in the gym. He was like,
Yeah.
he was like, when I'm in the gym, and I'm working, and people are asking me for advice. Yeah, I'll tell them what to do. I'll tell them, I'm giving them advice, what to eat. Even the dudes as well. But do I want to hang out with y'all? I don't want to hang out with y'all. No, I don't. Just because I'm in the gym conversing with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a drink with you at the bar.
That's the thing for me. A lot of it is just the comedic side of it, where it's just like, yo, these guys are.
Me. I've got my own brain.
Personality.
And I'm seeing all this. I'm just like, you're just. Just the red flags in your head, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm watching these
you pay
guys.
attention
Yeah,
to the red flags. Like, you don't ignore the red flags, bro. You don't ignore the red flags.
You're waiting for the ego trip.
Yeah.
You're waiting any opportunity to come across like you're better than another man.
Yeah. You know what? Alpha Male Strategies, I never watched. I don't think I've ever seen his videos in particular. I might have seen clips of it on social media and everything like that. But like, it's mad because this is exactly what sells, bro. They do courses on how to be a certain way, and people are feeding into it, bro. This is what's mad. People are really feeding into it. Like, oh yeah, like I need to do this to be more alpha. I need to do this to be more alpha. I need to, you know what I'm saying? I need to follow this blueprint to be more. And it's this obsession now of like being kind of an alpha male.
Guys that are not have a low self-esteem.
Yeah.
Or insecure.
Yeah. But for you to be listening to, I mean, like going on YouTube and typing in, how to deal with women, like how to XYZ, like you're gonna have there's something obviously not like there for you to be typing online, and then for you to be following and really like feeding into this so much to the point where you're buying someone's course that teaches you how to be more a certain way or be more.
The first word that comes to my head is exploitation.
It's exploitation, but then it's also like obviously something's missing there. Like it's
like selling your soul. You're basically selling your soul.
But it's
like, would you?
I wouldn't say it's selling your soul.
Anything for money.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's selling your soul because like these people.
You don't think it's selling your soul?
I wouldn't say it's selling your soul, because they're putting something out there that they may think is helping other people, and people are it's not their fault that people are buying their courses. It's not their fault that people are buying into everything that they're saying. They're going on there and putting out their own thoughts, and then people are buying into it. That's the issue. It's don't worry about the people that are putting that. We need to worry about the people that are buying into all this stuff instead.
Impressionable young people that they don't have answers to certain things. They haven't found themselves as men.
Yeah,
They try and find fault. They try and look for information at the wrong places, and then that's where they come across the likes of Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
And then, if we continue to go after like the Fresh and Fits of this world and the alpha male strategies of this world, there'll always be a next one. There'll be another one that will come about because there's a demand. The demand is there.
I'm starting to think about all the stuff that Alpha Male said. Yeah, strategy guy said, bro. In my head, I'm just like, oh my days. Because I have. If you got a bazooka, get to the shooting.
Yeah.
He's talking tough, then he's talking down on other guys, then he's.
What I always found funny is like there's a group of like, I forgot what they call themselves, but there's a group basically of a bunch of them, and they talk about like, oh yeah, like dealing with multiple women and like dealing with, because the whole thing about it is to be able to learn how to handle women, you have to be exposed to a lot of it. Like you have to be exposed to a lot of different women. You have to it's high turnover. So like high turnover in whether you're dealing with them, situationships, whatever it is, like just having access to loads of girls and being able to, secure loads of women. So that's kind of what they teach. But on the other hand, like they're all in relationships, like they're all in relationships. And then it's come about that's happened, and then people are still like listening to everything that they're saying and everything. It's just
the world.
You can't make it up. But then obviously there's a clear thing where like,
why is it that I can never imagine or picture myself doing something like that? Is what I was.
Because you ain't got no game, man. That's why.
Oh man. So you're in the same boat as me, yeah?
Well,
right?
The sauce guy.
Right, or is there something that you're not telling me? Yeah.
Listen, man. Y'all know about me, man. So.
Yeah, bro. It's just fucking. It's mad, isn't it? I feel like social media has replaced like TV. You know, with all these online characters everyone knows about. You know, they've all. It's now we all watch social media now. We all watch YouTube.
Yeah.
Now, compared to like TV, you know.
It's true. Like
unless you're in jail, or unless you're like, you know, an old person like that's retired, or so, I don't know, or even older than that. You know, in your 80s, 70s, and you're just watching TV all day long. Like you're watching normal TV all day long.
Yeah.
But other than that, people now, the majority of people around the world, bruv, social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Most people, that's what it is.
And people follow these guys and these caricatures, I would say, because, bruv, they don't want to listen to MPs. People are sick and tired of MPs. People are sick and tired of the government. You know what I mean?
Well, it's what you can go to certain places for. Like social media, you can go to for a number of things. Like there's a massive variety of like information. There's a massive variety, whatever you want, like you can get from that. Just like searching news, like you can get loads from it as well. But it's just about what you always. I mean, I said it before. Like it's the unbiased opinion. It's the real, like the straight from the source. Mm-hmm. That's what you get when you go to the social media side of things. And that's what people have loved about it so much, is like you get things raw and straight from the source, and then also that's other people's opinions that you're getting on there, and people from different walks of life, you're getting their specific opinions on different subjects, instead of it just being that one opinion. Yeah, and a biased opinion at that.
Now you can edit videos. Now you can make, you can recreate something that's never really happened now, and then sell it a certain way, or post it a certain way on social media, and then people can believe.
People will believe it. But this is the problem: is where people will see something on social media, and instead of doing their own research on it, they'll believe it. It's like when COVID first happened, and then there was loads of videos going around of like military in the streets of London. Like going around, but this is old videos. These are old videos of like some army cadets or something like that.
This is what I'm saying.
But people have fully thought, like they're worried that there's military that's in the streets making sure people aren't out.
This is what I'm saying.
It's like even it gets pushed different ways.
Even in the riots, isn't it? Riots like a BlackBerry Messenger.
Yeah.
That's a big way like how obviously feds track people down.
Yeah.
But even on that, obviously they were talking about that, innit?
Yeah.
Like there was the whole program on TV about it.
Yeah.
And and basically, how like basically pictures were getting around. Yeah, like like all these American armored trucks are gonna come here, innit? They had next like flipping, bro, futuristic looking. You know what I'm saying? Like armored trucks.
Yeah.
You know, bare different kinds, but they were getting round, didn't it, to people, wouldn't it? And people were like, fuck, shit. The riot keeps on coming in. People are still writing.
People are trying to quickly grab their TV.
Bro, the army didn't even come. That's the first one people use. The army. Yeah. The army. Even just before COVID, bro, my next door neighbor, bro, he was like, bruv, the army are gonna come. I'm like, the way I think, I'm just like, what's wrong? In my head, I'm just thinking, what's wrong with you, bruv? Like, why are you believing? You get me? But same way, I understand, like, bruv, like, humans are gullible. This is what showed me. This is what the pandemic showed me. Most people are actually gullible. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People that claim that they think for themselves actually don't think for themselves.
I think all they need.
It's a big thing.
It's not even just thinking. It's the thinking from themselves, but then it's also the fact that all they need. It's not that they do their own research on something or form their own opinion on something. It's if they have if there's a number of opinions that agree with that specific concept, then they'll go with that, whatever that is, whatever the masses are going with. And all they need is a certain amount of people to be like, oh yeah, like this is the way you should think about this, or this is what you should be worried about. As long as there's a certain number of them, then that's what they're going to go with, instead of it just being, oh, I'm going to form my own opinion. I'm going to take the facts and then form my own opinion off of it. It's a kind of shortcut to having an opinion on something, is taking someone else's opinion on it. Definitely. That's what a lot of people do.
No, most definitely. So this is how people are still, even with social media, which was like the platform for the people.
Yeah.
You know, and that's getting infiltrated in a way.
Yeah.
To make you still think a certain way now.
Yeah. It's just
sensationalism.
It's the nature of the beast. At the same time, it's like certain platforms. So a lot of the platforms that post a lot of like news content, and like they'll post like current events and things like that. They'll try to be as polarizing as possible to like drive the comments, drive different things. Sometimes they'll put incorrect information in there so that people correct them in the comments. And there's loads of it, but it's all to deal with the algorithm of these particular social media websites. So they'll look to try and push their platform for them to be able to grow. They need polarizing posts. They need it to be. They need to put opinions on there that aren't what they actually think, or they need to. And then, so this is where you have your like Poppy Don, whatever the guy is that posts about like what men should be, like how men should be with females and how they should be with queens, and they should pay the woman's rent, and they should do this and that before they meet them on the first date. Like you should pay your rent, and but the proof's in the pudding. Like his profile has grown so much.
But you know what,
because it's polarizing stuff.
And you know what? We're the only people that think like this as well, because I know people that do not fuck with social media whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they're not consuming what we're consuming.
Yeah.
They're not even really in the know, like how we are. Yeah. Even though, because obviously it's a part of what we do. Yeah. Content creators, isn't it? Obviously, I do music as well. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we're in the know. We're privy to certain things. How we're seeing how it's still getting used. Social media is still getting used to manipulate people and to spread hate, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? But there's people out here that, you know, that don't have smartphones, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They're hard to come by. They're hard to come by nowadays.
No, they are.
They're going to become more and more harder and harder to come by.
There's people that are not plugged in. They're trying their hardest not to be plugged in.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, but it's coming harder and harder every day, though.
You say that, but
they try.
People can always be step out of the, or try and step out of the of like the norms of day-to-day life. You know, we all wake up and our WhatsApp is, you know, all gonna, because we need to go on our WhatsApp to communicate. You know. Yeah. I remember when I done my Black Box. Black Box, obviously it's a rap platform, isn't it? And like I'll never forget the guy that I was talking to. It was mad. Like he said, he doesn't roll with a phone. I was talking to him on social media. He told me what to be at what time. Boom, boom, boom. And when I met him there, he was like, "Yeah." He said, "I don't have a phone." Yeah, some trendy like white brother. It was mad.
Yeah. You just don't come. You just don't come by it that often. Like people that just don't have smartphones, people that are just not plugged in, but they do exist. Like there's definitely people out there that do exist. I know a couple that just don't like the whole. They still deal with like flip phones, and they don't like having smartphones. They don't like dealing with the social media side of things. They don't like to leave a big footprint. Yeah, and so that's just how they look to.
Because I'm like that to an extent. I'm like that to an extent as well. But obviously I need WhatsApp for what I do and that. So yeah, but it's just food for thought anyway. You get me? Yeah, done. No fly on the wall, baby.
Bow. So make sure y'all tune into our next episode. It's obviously monthly episodes we're dropping. We're gonna have weekly uploads, so make sure y'all tune in.